Hatim Tai and Peri Bano, the tale of solving 5 questions. Hatim and Nazrun had just completed their second question. Now, they set out to search for the third one. As they walked through a forest, they saw lush green mountains everywhere and colorful flowers blooming on every side. Soft white clouds floated in the sky, and the weather was breathtaking. In that peaceful moment, Hatim began to miss Peri Bano deeply. He turned to Nazrun and said, "I miss Peri Bano, but how can I call her?" Nazrun smiled and said, "Don't you remember? Peri Bano gave you a magical flute. If you play it, she will come to you." Hatim gasped, "Oh, I had completely forgotten." He reached into his pocket and pulled out the flute. As soon as Hatim began playing it, far away in Peristan, Peri Bano was laughing and chatting with her fairy friends in the royal garden. The sound of the flute touched her ears, and at once, she flew up into the sky to go to Hatim. But her father, the king of Peristan, saw her flying away. Peri Bano reached Hatim, and the two sat by a riverbank, talking softly and joyfully. Back in Peristan, the king looked into his magical mirror and saw them together. He pointed his enchanted ring at the mirror. A powerful light flashed, and Peri Bano appeared before him in an instant. The king shouted, "How dare you fall in love with a human? You've broken the laws of Peristan. Now you must be punished." He pointed his ring at her again. A sharp light struck, and Peri Bano was locked inside a glowing cage. Then, the king captured Hatim in chains. He turned to his guards and said, "Take hot iron rods and blind him." As a guard moved forward with burning iron rods, a powerful earthquake suddenly shook the palace. Everything trembled. The king's 15-year-old son, who sat beside him on the throne, fell down. As soon as the quake stopped, the prince cried, "I can't see anything." The king was shocked. They laid the boy in the royal chamber and called for the wisest healer in Peristan. The old healer arrived, checked the prince, and said, "I'm sorry. I cannot heal him." Tears came to the king's eyes. "Please," he begged, "there must be a cure." The healer replied gently, "If you allow me, I'd like to say something." The king said, "Please speak." The healer said, "I believe the man you have imprisoned is a pious and chosen servant of Allah. This suffering is because of what you've done to him. Free him, and he may heal your son." The king, full of hope, freed Hatim and said, "If you can return my son's sight, I will give you anything you ask." Hatim raised his hands in prayer and said, "O Allah, I have always worshipped you and asked help from you alone. Please return the vision of this innocent boy." As soon as the prayer ended, the prince opened his eyes. He could see again. The king was overwhelmed with joy. "Ask me anything," he said. Hatim smiled and said, "My love for Peri Bano is pure and true. Please set her free." The king opened the cage and freed Peri Bano. Then, with regret, he turned to both and said, "Your love is pure and true. True peace lies in truth." Hearing this, Nazrun hugged Hatim and said joyfully, "My friend, we have completed our third question too." Meanwhile, in the royal chamber, Gulnar, who was cursed, turned into a fairy from head to knees. But from her knees downward, she was still made of stone. Back in Peristan, the king was so happy about his son's healing that he arranged a grand celebration for Hatim and Nazrun. They were given beautiful royal clothes to wear. Peri Bano and her two fairy friends performed a graceful dance.
winds may blow, the skies may fall. True love always conquers all.
After the beautiful celebration ended, Hatim and Nazrun asked the king for permission to continue their journey. The king smiled and gave them a magical flying carpet. They sat on it and gently flew down to earth once more, ready to seek the next question. If you are enjoying the magical story of Hatim Tai and Peri Bano, don't forget to like and subscribe for the next part.